Hey, this is George.
Hey, this is Fruit. What's up, y'all?
Holy smokes. And this is Real Talk with George and Fraser. What's going on, brother? How you doing?
Not much, man. You know me, hanging out, relaxing, doing this.
I see, man, you working on that whole voiceover thing, huh? This is Fraser. Holy
I
smokes.
know,
Killing me,
right?
right? Craziness. Craziness. Man, how was your weekend?
Man, it was good. I had good things going on, some fights, watch some good. I watched the Olympics, some Olympics. I'm like, George, you guys watch some Olympics, man. We got some gold medals in there. We got our first Taekwondo American fighter, gold medalist. She's a female though, but she won it though.
I understand, and I'm not mad at her. I've been trolling the news for Olympics, but I'm actually boycotting the TV Olympics because of what they did to my girl in track.
Oh
Okay?
yeah, that's right. You're right. I'll be right.
And look, let me tell you something. When Michael Phelps did it and we got pictures,
Yeah.
all that stuff didn't go down the way that it went down. Yeah, he lost a little bit of endorsement money, but he got it all back. They put 30 days on this girl so she wouldn't specifically run. And I'm just like, look, this stuff is legal now. You know, there's no performance enhancement. And as long as she didn't test positive during the Olympics itself, that's a different thing because you get tested when you go to the Olympics too, not just the World Championships or anything else. So they could have tested her then.
Well,
you know? And
I'm saying we don't make it faster, make it slower. I'm just putting it out there.
That's my whole thing. It's not like it's a performance enhancement thing.
I'm
People
sorry.
sit there and say, "Oh, well, yeah, it does help from kind of a numbing effect, but not for running." You know, I can understand if I'm smoking weed and I'm getting ready to box or do taekwondo, then okay, then maybe I need just a little bit to get over that hump. But running, you got to be on your wits to be able to do that.
Look, they did the same to Ricky Williams. Remember? Did the exact thing to Ricky Williams. This because this man did a little better than normal. But think about it. He took a pounding. Let's be realistic about it. Ricky Williams took a pounding.
I understand, Frage. But look, here's the thing about Ricky Williams that bothers me. The man actually has the anxiety that medical marijuana cures. You see what I'm saying? So check this out. Years later, we found out, medical marijuana helps sleeping disorders, certain types of anxieties, this, that, and the third. The exact same things that he was suffering from is exactly what he was medicating weed for. Nobody was smart enough to say, oh, well, this, that, and the third. They just sat there and pounded him until his whole career got derailed. And a great talent, he just left. Look, I'm done with it. God bless y'all. I'm out.
But you gotta look at one thing, George. You gotta look at it. When she won that in world-class fashion.
No doubt about it.
She won it world, and she's young. The thing about the fact is she's young. If she was like our age, George, they wouldn't have cared what she smoked. They probably gave her some to make sure it's good. If you really about it, but her being young, they feel that she shouldn't have to use anything other than that. But think about it. It's some Chinese got tested a long time ago for the same thing. Other people got tested, other countries got tested for a long time ago.
But I am not disagreeing with you, but it had nothing to do with track. She was suffering from anxiety and a few other things. I think her mother had died, something else had happened, and she was medicating to be able to cope with some of those things.
Exactly. That's
nothing wrong with that. See, it wasn't like she was I'm getting ready to go run this race right now. She didn't do any of that. You see what I mean? It was after the fact.
She been in a wheelchair trying to run that race. She be
I say more.
And hungry.
So, man, look,
and hungry. So
anyway,
but we're gonna get guests today though.
Yes, we do. But that's why I'm officially boycotting the TV Olympics.
Understandable. I agree with you. I agree with you, but I just happened to come by that first Taekwondo gold medal champion.
Hey, don't.
I just got aside a little bit.
Keep watching for yourself. I am officially boycotting.
Oh, I ain't watching track and field though. But I watching track and field though. I'm not watching track and field.
Come on, praise the interview. Yo, check this out. We got a great interview coming in.
Yeah,
welcome to Real Talk. What's going on, brother? How are you?
What's going on, my brother?
How y'all doing?
Man, we're doing good, man. Good. For the positivity day.
Yeah, man. We had just I don't know if you heard the segment about why I'm boycotting the Olympics, but man, I just had to put it out there.
Oh yeah, no, I definitely get it, man. There's a lot of regulations, even on the college level. Like, being a former basketball player, I saw a lot of things that went on. And I was just like, yo, it's more politics than it is the sport. And I was like, you know what? I chose to go in a different route. I turned down my pro contract to actually go in a different route because I was like, when you're playing the game and you love that game, but it's more for work, right? As in you got to deal with kissing, ass. I was like, I'm not doing this. So I'll find a different route. And God had definitely something better in store for me. And I'm not, man, I love what I'm doing right now.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So let's just get right to it. For the fans and the listeners that don't know who you are, tell them who you are and what you're doing.
Hey. So, all right, my name is Will Owens, right? The CEO of The Mind Creates LLC. What it is, in all honesty, I work for God, right? I'm a servant. I just help people. Like the goal by the end of this year is to touch 250,000 people and help put them into a relationship with God, right? And now this ain't church, right? I'm putting you into a real relationship with God, changing your life. Like I promise, like 20 minutes of talking to me, your whole life will be transformed, right? You give me a problem, we'll knock it out the park because God is definitely like real. Like y'all read my book, Fraser, you read.
Oh yeah, I love it too.
Like
I thought I sent it to George, but I don't know.
Now he got something to look forward to. But Fraser read the book. He was like, yo, I'm going to share this with my mom. Other people need to read this book. And the book is called It Could Happen to You. And I just really want other people to see, like, yo, when life punches you in the face, just like we talked about when she got disqualified. When life punches you in the face, accept accountability, transform your mind, and then step up. Don't let that knock you out the race. She said, you know what? I'm going to take this time. I'm going to train and I'll be back. I'm going to serve my 30-day sentence and I'm coming back. I'm coming back with a vengeance, and that's what we do, So I'm on a mission, like to literally tell everybody you have a purpose in life and let's define that. Let's get you to walk in your calling. Maybe you hate your job. Maybe you love your job. But maybe you was meant to start a business, right? And that 50,000 a year is keeping you away from making you 100 million a year, right? And that's the role that I'm in, right? I'm making people wealthy every single day, and I love it because this is what I was born to do. But yeah, I went to college and then got a degree. I don't even use my degree anymore, like because. Like God gave me the authority to be able to touch and speak into people's lives in a way that a degree couldn't even certify me to do. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, people are like, oh, you're an engineer. You got a real estate management degree. So it don't mean nothing to me. It might mean something to you, but it don't mean nothing to me because I know that there's a greater power that's filling me with the spirit to go out and do more miraculous things. And I just want other people to experience that.
Absolutely. And I couldn't agree with you more, just to expound upon what you were saying and as far as value, because I have degrees as well, too. And I have books that I've written and a few other things. But it's just like what I found in my walk is the fact that God only gives you things when you're ready for it. You know what I mean? And you're ready and able to handle it. And, being 48 years old, I can say that now with complete certainty, because I know that if I would have had a fraction of what I had when I was younger, I wouldn't be here talking to you today, because first of all, I wouldn't have been able to handle it. Secondly, I wouldn't have been married for 22 years. Just a lot of different things that had happened because I wasn't ready to receive what I have right now presently. Now, here's the funny thing. What I have right now presently isn't even the drop of the bucket as to what the Lord has shown me that I'm supposed to be going to do. But my mind is where it is right now to be able to receive it and expand upon it. Because what I did for a majority of my youth was I told God what I wanted to do. And so I did it. I dabbled in music. I started my digital publishing company. I did all these things. And for years it was working, this, that, and the third, boom, boom, boom. And then when God ready to take it away and it all dried up. You know what I mean? And I went through this little depression. Oh, well, if I can't have this, then I'm not doing that. And God was like this, look, I'll wait. That's exactly what he said. So I walked around in circles for almost 5 years until I said, okay, Lord, I'm done. What it is you want me to do? You want me to go left? I'm going to roll left. You want me to go right? I'm going to go right. Step back? I'll step back. You want me to tap dance? I will tap dance. But I'm not going through this anymore. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you're right. I enjoy. You already know I can vouch for that one. I'm probably the only person where right now sitting in front of you had a stroke, 2 heart attacks.
That's right.
And still look like, and still can walk.
That's right.
Still can do other things too. And I tell you, I've been blessed for damn near a decade, but I've survived stuff that make no sense. It's to a point people think I'm supernatural. Like when they talk about Captain America, hey, that's Cap right there. Why?
That's
he got hit in the head with something to live. He done got hit by a truck. He done played football, got banged up. He got. I mean, it's like it's a crazy testimony, and then I can still do some of the things I still can do. Now, do it weigh on your body? Yes, it does. Yeah. It does. It weighs a lot, but guess what? Just be able to say that you did that, and look at some people who did it and not here today.
Yes, sir.
Who didn't even survive it. Yep. Who had one and not here. You know, and they had two, and then on top of that, to the point where now I found that it improved a little bit from time it happened. You can't tell them about God, man. You can't say nothing but that person. It's something you want me to do. It's something you want me to do. Now I got what George said. I want my hard head too. Now I ain't gonna lie to you. He said go left, I went right. And he said go down. I ain't going nowhere close that way. Heck no. You know, I'll tell you. He said date that girl. Nah, I ain't dating her. She ugly. I'm going over here. Yeah, that ain't work too good.
Nah, not at all.
To say that is that he put you on a certain path for a reason. You know, we all have an option, a choice to choose what path you want to take. And I'm trying to be funny, but I think majority 85% of young kids choose the other path because the other path is long, it's hard, and you're gonna have a lot of tests and trials and tribulations, and nobody want to take that road.
No.
I want the easy way. I want to go that road over here where speed a little bit here, come around the corner, come back, and I'm there. But ain't how I work. It's not life.
You know, my old instructor, the grandmaster, used to have a saying, you know, pain is the best instructor, but nobody wants to take his class. Okay. And I mimic that today because it's just like, yeah, absolutely. You know, what people don't understand is pressure makes diamonds.
Yes, sir.
So what doesn't kill you will definitely make you stronger. It's not a cliche. It's actually happened. You know, so to be able to sit there and understand that, you see what I mean? It's just mind blowing because I feel like, and Will, let me ask you this. I feel like so many people are in this microwave society or get instant gratification society to the point that they don't understand some of the best things like brisket has to, you know, be in the oven for almost 24 hours before it's due. That's not a microwave meal. You see what I mean? And we don't take that time to mature a lot of different things. Do you feel like the people that you work with and your clients are just in this instant gratification that they kind of lose track of the vision and the walk and some of the lessons that you have to learn in that walk in order to advance?
Yeah, oh, for sure, 100%. Like, you know, I deal in a wealth category, you know what I'm saying? I'm talking about finances, and you know, a lot of people, I'm telling them wealth, they're like, I want to be rich, and I'm like, categories, right? Do you want to work and have to work, or do you want to be like, I don't ever gotta work again, right? You know what I'm saying? You can be rich. Like, there's athletes who are rich, and then you know, I'm literally taking over their properties because they don't pay their taxes on their property. They get $100 million contract, and then they be like, oh, I got to pay a water bill at this property that I'm not at most of the time. Yeah, you do. You got to pay that water bill, that light bill. You got to pay the property tax.
Exactly.
You can cover the mortgage, but I'm about to take the land up on you. And guess what? That land, I get everything on top of the land as well.
That's right.
Oh, it's nothing for me. You go ahead, take that money, mismanage it. You know what I'm saying? There's a difference between wealth and being rich. Now, I know that my mind, which God gave me and gave you, wonderful gentlemen, he gave everybody the possibility to think, right? And with him giving us the ability to think, you got endless possibilities, right? But it's like you say, are you going to follow down God's path, or are you going to steer away and try and go the easy route? Because either way, life is about to teach you some lessons. So you could try and skate through if you want to and try to go that fast route, be the microwave success or whatever. But guess what? Once that timer hits, time's up, you know, come up out that microwave, you going to taste good or not. And the world's going to test you. Whether you taste good or not, they're going to be like, this was cooked in the oven, it took its time, or it was cooked in the microwave, and it don't taste right. You know what I'm saying? It might hand you a little cancer, and then you be like, oh, shit. This is real stuff that people ain't talking about. And God was like, look, you're Joshua, bro. You're Joshua. Like, you are Joshua. You're supposed to lead this new generation into the new promised land, which is the kingdom of heaven. And I'm like, sign me up. What I gotta do, where I gotta be. I'm talking to you guys today. On Wednesday, I got another radio show in Jersey. I'm in Atlanta right now. You know what I'm saying? I had a person call me today. Look, I don't know why I'm talking to you, but I'm supposed to talk to you. And he was like, I'm in Delaware. I was like, bro, I'm about to be in Jersey by the end of this week. Let's right down the road. Let's go. You know, and the ability to touch a person like that, man, it's phenomenal. I got clients that be like, look, I want to make, $5,000 a month. Let me put some money with you in your business, and I want to make $5,000 a month. I'm like, that's possible, but wouldn't it be better if you could make $100,000 per month? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You don't depend on me. You asking, oh, well, what happens if I give the money to your company? I'm like, look, I set up the life insurance. I'll put it in my will. I'll talk to my lawyer, everything. But at the same time, wouldn't you just want to do this yourself, right? Like, oh, no, I want to be rich as possible real fast. Not how it works. Like, I could work some miracles with, I talk to God and stuff, but, bro, like, you don't want money that way because there's going to be responsibilities that's going to come with that. You're not built for that life right now. You need to get the education because life going to teach you. You could try alone if you want to, but you're going to fall. And God's going to catch you at that bottom, but you're going to hit that rock bottom, which, George, you talked about it. We talk about depression, mental health. You know what I'm saying? This stuff is real. We can't fake the funk like this stuff don't exist. It exists and it's real. I told you, I was like, look, we coming in hot on this show today.
Yeah,
that's right.
Real issues and some real things. So that's a wonderful question. Thank you for asking that.
Yeah, I just want to follow up with that too, because it's just like, like you said, the lack of education puts these people who have money into these situations and they're never really taught. I just praise the Lord and be like, hey, the Bible says the wealth of the wicked is laid up for the righteous. So you can buy it, but I'll definitely take it because I understand how to be able to use that. Where do you think we get that educational and knowledge gap from? Is it something that's inherited? Is it hard-headedness? Or is it just that genuine laziness of saying, okay, boom, I don't have time to learn or do better? Because I feel like
go ahead. Society, bro. I learned from the 1% of society. And they say, yo, we set it up that way. We set it up that way. You can't read. You can't comprehend. You can't understand. We teach you to memorize. Mm-hmm. You can't do these things. Like, you don't know how the banking system works. You don't know how money works, right? You don't. Exactly. We put things in contracts and use these different terms that ain't layman's terms.
Right.
You can be confused and be like, look, I'm just gonna sign this.
Right.
Yeah.
I was using a Facebook algorithm, and I was like, yo, like I'm like, I got 22,000 followers on Instagram. And over 5,000 friends on Facebook, 5,000 on Twitter. I'm like, how my stuff only been shown to 10 people? Like,
exactly.
Like, what's going on here? But then I figured out that the algorithm listens to all my conversations, right? Looks at everything I look at, and it's saying, hey, instead of sharing your stuff with hundreds of thousands of people, we're gonna only share it with like 10. And those 10 though, they gonna be like-minded thinkers. We're gonna show you their stuff, and they gonna show you your stuff. And so I started connecting with people. I'm like, yo, can you see my stuff? They're like, yeah, I can see your stuff. Can you see mine? Yup. Hey, we need to talk. Like, let's get on the phone. We about to use this algorithm to like literally do some stuff. Disrupt the whole, social media networks and everything. Like, y'all found me through another show. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some crazy stuff. When you use it to the benefit, it's phenomenal. It's phenomenal.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, because what happens basically is you don't have to deal with all the noise. It cuts out all the noise, it cuts out all the trash, it cuts out everything, and you get right to what you have to get to. And I think that's one of the things that a lot of people on social media don't realize or understand. It's the power of it. For so long in social media, it was about getting followers, getting views, getting this, getting that. You can manipulate this, you can manipulate that. Well, that didn't have any substance.
Right.
Because out of those 1 million followers, I really need to speak to 10 people. And those people are going to transform this, that, and the third. It's just not about them. It's also about me as well, too, and what I had and what I can bring to the table. Because I agree with you with that 1%. The reason why I was successful very early in my life with my just life in general and being able to sustain myself was because I went from being a broke personal trainer to a wealthy personal trainer because I stayed around people that made money. And it went from me not paying the mortgage to, no, my man George, call my man George. George, go train this guy. This guy was asking how I did this. Go train that. I went from $25 an hour to starting my business at $80 an hour. And I couldn't believe it. And I was content with it until I went to $150 an hour, and I still couldn't believe it. And I was still content with it till I went to $300 an hour. And I was like, Lord, this doesn't even make any sense. Somebody's going to pay me $300 an hour to train them, and they did. You see what I'm saying? Yep. And that mentality was like, okay, now all of a sudden I have a worth, I have a value. And for $300, I wasn't cheap. I get results. I still get results to this day. Exactly. I do everything that I'm supposed to be doing, and people understand that. That's why they pay me a premium. But I never would have believed it at that 27-year-old who was still struggling, you know what I mean, to make payments and so forth and so on, happy to get $25. So it's just funny that you would say that, Will, when it comes to that, because it's just, all you can do is just shake your head.
And you seem like you want to jump in, and
go ahead. I'm saying it's the same concept, because like me, I thought of small. I was about your size. I was small, right? And when I was in high school, I was like 135. I couldn't gain no weight, couldn't gain nothing. Went to one semester of weight training. Because I tell our DNA is a wonderful thing, a beautiful thing. I blew up in one semester. Went from about where George was, like George was back there. I was ripped. And once when I came out of school with him, nobody want to talk to me. Wow, damn, who that is over there? He said,
who that is?
You know, and then people started noticing that, and then people started knowing, what do you do? What do you do? What do you do? I said, I just worked out. I just did this. So they started following me, do that. And what happened was I started getting a lot of injuries. So I started learning from injuries. What can I do to recover from the injury? Do I really need medication for this? Do I really need it? So I learned, each one I learned. So now I built a program where I can train a kid right now to not get injured.
That's right.
And not ever get injured again, because technique, formation, all that stuff, you must learn the proper thing. That's and learn your limitations. If you want to improve your limitations, you work on that. And that's what I did. Like George tell you, my doc looked at me and said, for you to be as big as you is, your heart vessels are perfect. But it's still medical problems there. We don't understand how.
Right.
So it's up to them, I'm a medical miracle. They're like, oh my gosh, so interesting. So how that works? And at George, I terrible at diets. I'm terrible. My mom get on me all the time. I eat better. Vegetables, eat none of my vegetables. But mom found something that worked for me when I was growing up. Mm-hmm. That worked. I would barely sit going up. Didn't have no problem going up. But I would have let it incline. And then to that did everything else. And go back with George saying that I went from being the guy that says, hey, I need to do me a favor. Come into a club right quick and watch my back. Hey, I ain't no bodyguard, bro. I ain't with all that. What you talking about? You know? And he said, I'll pay you $200 an hour. Ooh. I'm there.
Right.
When I started, I'm there. Now, from that one thing, I went from making $200 an hour to $400 an hour.
That's right.
And one weekend, I made $800 a weekend. At one point, I was making $1,200 a weekend just to stand around, look stupid, and watch people do nothing. And I used to make, like George said, I was hey, I had bills to pay, had all that stuff piling up. You got to find a way to get it done, and that was a hustle.
Yep.
I did that. Then I started getting bigger to a point now. And I say, George, tell you what, one guy came on the show, said, you know what, hey, you want to play rugby? We start you right now. Just because my side, like how I built myself. But it worked hard to do that to a point where like I can build myself for like George. I train too. George trained differently. I train different way. He trained. I train more athletes. He trained more in martial arts. We like that going back into martial arts and learning the benefit of it. And like I say, it's only about God. Because to be able to do, and look at my weight, at my size, I think I can kick this high. I can kick hard as I want to. Now it takes a lot more energy. And another thing I learned too, that I think God tried to teach you a lesson too. Nobody, we really don't know how much energy we really exert until something happens where your energy has to be tested.
That's right.
You know, like, do you know how much energy we waste by just sitting in front of a computer and typing versus going out and kick a wall, kick a tree, kick it this way. Not the same amount of energy used,
Right.
but it drains you the same way.
Yeah.
And that's the weirdest thing ever. I can sit on my computer and type and drain energy and go out and spend exert the same amount of energy by kicking something or punching something and feel weak as heck for no reason.
Yep.
You want to know my phrase? It's called atrophy. If you're not working the muscles that need to work, it just doesn't work.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You work the mind.
Yeah.
We'll walk right into it. That's
We
why
have-
my muscle is important.
Yeah,
That's
we
why
have.
see,
Absolutely.
no,
Yeah.
everybody see that one.
Yeah, we have mental atrophy too, you know, and I think that's the silver lining with COVID. COVID gave everybody the ability to stop. This was God saying, and I said this before, catch your breath, take your time. You know, when COVID started, I would be going to the supermarket and I would see fathers walking their daughters down the street. And I'm like, I haven't seen him in years. You know what I mean? Because of work schedules, this, that, and the third, you know, everybody was shut down. Everybody's working from home. Husbands would be out there talking to their wives. I'm like, is this the weekend? No, it's Monday. What's happening? You know what I mean? And even me, you know, books that I put on the shelves that I swore I was never going to finish 15 years ago, 12 years ago, the Lord just kept saying, what's what I'm doing in books? I'm not writing no daggone books. I tried writing books. It didn't work. I had to put it on the shelf. I'm tired. I'm not doing this. Something happened. What about them books you got on the shelf?
Yep.
I ain't writing no books. Then he said something to me and I stopped in my tracks and I was like, whenever he does this to me, something's getting ready to happen. It's not going to be good. So let me pay attention.
Yep.
So I said, okay, Lord, if it's meant for me to write these books, then you need to send somebody to help me to write and finish these books. Sure enough, as I was sitting there talking to you, I was on YouTube about something else and I saw a commercial. Would you like to learn how to write a book? I was like, oh, God, it's funny.
I'm telling you,
That's funny.
They listen to your thoughts, the phone, like everything. The phones, like the internet, bro, is listening to you. Alexa, Siri, whoever, you know, they all listening. They listening to you and they saying, how can I serve you? It's like God done placed himself in the artificial intelligence, you know, the algorithms, and like y'all, I don't know if y'all seen Space Jam 2, but like talking about the algorithm, I'm like, yo, Don Cheadle like is literally sending subliminal messages to people, but I'm picking up on this stuff, right? And he's telling you, yo, you could program stuff to make it look like this and that, and LeBron James could do this and that, and I could put everybody here, and I could take everybody out. I'm like, yo, like, if you know how to use this stuff to your benefit for good, oh, it's phenomenal. But if you're using this stuff for destructive purposes, woo, you could really destroy somebody's life real fast.
And they have, and they definitely have, you know, and that's why I think social media is very dangerous. Not just not the fact that of what is put on there. It's the fact that it's used against you. Like, for instance, I don't believe something I said 12 years ago, if I managed to put on Facebook or any type of social media, should be held against me. Because maybe I was immature then and maybe I've changed and my whole attitude has changed. But to penalize me for something I said 12 years ago is ridiculous because the climate was different 12 years ago.
Exactly.
You know? And I think that a lot of people don't understand that. I mean, since social media came about, I'm just like, well, first of all, the only thing Facebook did to me was help me reunite with kids that I went to high school with. That was it. You see what I mean? So because I could find you on Facebook with our whole Facebook page, class of 92, blah, blah, blah. I felt like I needed to go to class reunions. You know what I mean? I'm like, I'm in person uniforms. I see you every day or this, that, and the third. So I'm good. That's the only thing. But everything else about, oh, I'm on vacation. Nah, you just told everybody you're not home. Watch, you gonna get robbed. Yep, they got robbed. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just a crazy, crazy atmosphere. And I'm saying that to say for you, Will, one more question when we're talking about finances. I know that that's your space. What are some of the crutches you're seeing in that particular space? Is it just lack of knowledge, or is it just being completely overwhelmed that you can't really navigate yourself, you know, through it?
Nah, I mean, honestly, it's super easy, bro. It's super easy, right? But people are just lazy. People are just lazy. Like, real talk. Like, I could tell a person, like, let's sit down and, like, let's just look at what you spent your money on. Let's do a budget. And they're like, nah, that's too much. Go to I do that. Yo, okay, log into your online account and download the bank statement. I don't know how to log into my online account. hey, I'm gonna put $50,000 in your bank account. I need you to literally log into your bank account. Nah, I can't do that. So then when I put the money in the person's account, and then somebody like I look, somebody got the money in their account, 50,000 right there. They be like, why didn't you put me on, bro? I tried to help you. You told me you wasn't going to have you
exactly.
Statement.
Right.
You didn't know your bank account number. You didn't know your routing number. You couldn't download the bank statement. How am I help you? And I don't even know where to deposit the money at. Like what?
Right.
What?
Exactly.
It's pure. It's people. They want you to do everything for them. Like you guys just talked about, like, you know, getting paid big bucks because you guys do certain things. Now, what you said, George, was results. I beat out everybody in my industry, every single person in my industry, because I get people results, and I don't get them like, 10 years from now. No, you want your credit score fixed? We're going to get it fixed now. We're going to do this. You want a 50,000 in your bank account? We're going to get it now. You want to learn about investments? We're going to learn it right now. And I'm going to explain it to you. Sit down. You're going to learn. You want to do real estate investing? Sit down. I'm going to explain it to you right now. Simple put. Like I tell people like this, right? I'm like, yo, you got a phone? They're like, yeah. All right, cool. How valuable is your phone to you? Well, I mean, I do be on my social media. I do be doing, you know, I got a calendar, I got my bank account. All right, cool. So it's valuable to you, right? How valuable? Put a monetary amount. I mean, it's worth thousands of dollars to me. All right, retail value, it sells at what? $1,000, $700, $800. Right, boom. All right, bet. Now, if I could tell you, set up a business for you and help you for $200, all it's gonna cost. You're gonna have a whole business to be able to sell cell phones at retail value to everybody. What would you say? How that work? Like $200. You better pay this $200 and learn. I'm about to set up a business for you. But it, like what I tell people, it's not cell phones that I'm selling. I'm selling you real estate. Pay the $200.
Exactly.
I'm teaching you, and you about to be set for life. You're never gonna have to work again. But I don't understand. I'm like, I'm not about to. If you're not willing to put up the $200, I'm not teaching you nothing.
Right.
Exactly.
You're not investing in this. So that's my entry fee to like literally get people. Like I'm testing your mindset. I know whether to waste time with you or not. I remember like a couple years ago, I used to be so bad at running the schedule and being organized. Like I used to be so bad at that. But you know, y'all said, look, 1 p.m. I'm like, yup, put it in my calendar. And who wants to talk to me today? Like somebody asked me yesterday, like, what are you doing today? I said, look, I'm not doing nothing right now. I just got out of church. I'm not doing nothing right now. But I said, do you need me? They're like, why? Maybe I do. I said, look, you better book something on my calendar right now, because I promise you, I'm gonna fill up my calendar before the end of the day. There's no idle time. It's just straight productivity from here on. Right? People now are using my calendar to book me, and I'm like, okay, I can see what I got. I'm organized now. I'm like, we on a new level. Like people who thought they had access to me before, like, no, like, yeah, went away, right? I'm not Jesus, that's my brother, but as Jesus went away, he needed his mental time to, you know, sit, pray, talk to God and everything. I need my refreshment time too. So things that give me energy, not just take it away. You know, it's a reciprocation thing.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah, when people like they lazy, bro, like it's the laziness, right? It's not that they can't understand, it's that they don't want to understand. They don't want to understand. I don't want it for you. I ain't right. What? Come on now. That's dumb.
That's true. You're right. You're right. I did it too, because they go back to the 80s. Like when the 80s, people were hustling in the 80s. People did jobs. People did it. You worked 4, 5, 6 jobs. Now during that time span, things changed. Generation changed. People's mindset started to change. Then COVID hits. Now remember, I don't care what nobody say, we was in a mental state of slavery, didn't know we was, because we didn't acknowledge it, because you know why? We were screenshotted. We were blinded because you know why? We need to make the money. We need to pay our bills. We need to get it done. We got to find someone to get it done. Better we know how. If one job didn't pay it, we go get another job that comes for that. One don't get away, we come for that. But now what happened is you got a kid doing crazy stuff, kids teaching each other, kids having kids. I mean, it created a whole nother aspect where people can make more money off of. So now people go and say, no, we got a program for kids who have parents in their home all the time. So they took that and took advantage of everything after that. Now, going to the new generation now, you can't do that anymore because nobody wants to do that. Nobody wants to watch kids. No one wants to do anything more. And go back to you saying, If I give you something, I'm happy to take it. But I have to work for it? Why? What you mean? You want a championship, but you don't do the work to get the championship. You want to hand it to you in the part. Here you go. You want a championship, buddy. Good luck to you. You know. Now, by saying that is how like the Vince ritual from the older clients you have, based into some of the newer clients coming in mindset and how much time you have to retrain their mindset to evaluate that.
That you just said it. Retraining the mindset. I like a person that don't know nothing. Want to know why? The person that don't know nothing, I ain't got. Look, we just go. We can just go. I'd be like, look, go right, take the left. They'd be like, all right. But the person that'd be like, you know, oh, I learned it this way. Like, bro, is it working your way? Why are you talking to me? Because like, I don't want to be rude or nothing, but like, we don't need to waste each other's time. Time is a precious commodity. This is the thing.
Right.
We can get money. That's easy. But time, I ain't getting this back. So don't waste mine. I could be spending with my kids, you know, traveling, talking to somebody who wants to benefit from this information or something. Please do not waste my time. It was like, yo, I need your help. And I said, they booked the schedule. They booked they booked it on my calendar. Then they was like, yo, I don't have my pay stub. So I want to switch it to this day. I was like, yo, you don't need a pay stub. Keep it where it is. Keep the date where it is. Because I don't know what I'm doing on that other day. So you pick this time, keep your commitment. Because I'm not about to reorganize my life for you. They was like, dang, you treating me like we haven't known each other for years. I'm like, we did. And you about to learn the new me. Because this new me, we operating totally differently. You know what I'm saying? I done elevated. I'm not the same Will you knew from years ago.
Right.
So that's my thing, right? You got to teach people. They think they know you. They think that you're this person. No, you got to retrain this person on how to deal with you and say, hey, like Birdman said, put some respect on my name. You know? No, like I'm not the same. No, you want my time? You're going to pay for it, right? Or you want to offer me something of equal value. You know what I'm saying? We work on law of reciprocation. When I learn about natural laws, spiritual laws, principles, what? Are you kidding me? You know how much my life took off when I was like, yo, I was paying attention to man-made laws and these things ain't working. But these laws and spiritual laws and these principles, oh, God's word is fire, baby. That being fire. You talk about books and stuff. This book right here is a life application Bible.
That's right.
Application study Bible. Now it's a new international version, but I'm confused about what to do for today. And I look in this book, it's going to say, go out, go talk to 10 people and say these words. And then I'm like, what? This is clear guidance on what to do. I don't have to know. Look right, look left. Like there's no confusion about my life now.
Right.
I know exactly.
Absolutely. Let me ask you, what business units do you really focus on? Do you focus on real estate? Do you focus on credit and financing? Do you focus on leverage? What areas do you focus on primarily?
Let me ask you this. When a person needed God, and I'm telling you, I submitted my life to God, right? Mm-hmm. I sacrificed my life. Like I changed my name. It was William. God said, no, God's will I am. That's who I am. All right. So I know who I am. I know what my calling is. I know what I'm supposed to do on this planet. Right. And so with that being said, I want y'all to understand, how many names did God have? Like, think about it, right? Think about that. He had multiple names, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
I want to make you all on the same page. If he had multiple names, does that mean he only sectioned himself off to one thing? The reason why I'm so good at finances is because that's what people like. That's the immediate thing that prevents them from having a relationship with God. Like, they got no money, so I ain't got the time to read the Bible. You know?
Okay.
So I'm like, if I give you the money, now you got the time.
Yeah.
You really say that you can't do this?
Right.
Point.
You can't, right? So that's how I look. The money was the main blocking point. Then it was their mental. And I'm like, yo, like, you can walk on water. Nah, man, I can't walk on water. You can walk on water. No, man, I can't walk. Kick them, boom. They walking on water. Like, I told you could walk on water. It's like, you know, like, yo, you just needed that push. And I'm telling you, it's your mental that's trapping you from doing the things that you meant to do. Like, your mental. And when we transform your mind, that's what Jesus did for us. He taught us how to have a renewed mind, a new life, a rebirth. You know what I'm saying? I'm not the same Will from years ago. I'm a whole completely different person because I was reborn. Every mistake that I made in the past, it was a lesson. It's a testimony that I get to speak to other people about. And then I'm like, yo, God did this for me, just as you guys shared. God did this for y'all. And then y'all get to go out and tell other people what God did for y'all. What? Oh, hold on. You, Frazier, you, George, like what? What? No. And you're like, yeah, like this is what God did. I was struggling to pay my mortgage, but now I ain't got to struggle no more. And like, can it happen for me? Heck yeah, it can happen for you. What's the area that you're struggling in right now? Well, I'm struggling in talking to my baby moms. All right, look, we about to mend that relationship. The way that you mend that relationship is when you start talking to God, He's going to help you have a relationship with yourself. And then He's going to teach you how to talk and deal with other people and how to love on them properly and show them respect. You know what I'm saying? And be there for your children. And then once you be there for your children, guess what? Baby mom going to be happy. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all she really wants. Maybe she wants you too, but
right.
So that's the thing. I just try and get people to understand whatever roadblock you got. Let's talk about it. And I'm gonna go to God. I'm gonna read my little book right here. You know what I'm saying? This is a big book, but I love it. I'm gonna read my book and I'm gonna find out the information I can share with you. So simply put, bro, it ain't no limits on what I can do financially. You got cryptos, Forex. You know what I'm saying? Real estate, bro. I cover all gamuts because everything's in this book right here. It's in the book.
Right.
You gotta know how to.
Right. Absolutely.
Exactly.
I like that.
I like that. I like that, George. See that, George? Put in perspective. Everything. Don't cover just one thing. I like that. Now you go back to your book. You can go to your book. You can go back to your book now. So what really inspired you to do that book in order to make it simplified so people can truly understand? Because the book is very simple that anybody can understand it. Even a small little person who said they can't read can understand it. The person who said they can't really read or get visual eyes can listen to it. You made it so convenient for everybody to understand it. So what inspired you to do it that way versus the conventional way?
Obedience, brother. Obedience. Nice. Look at this, right? Obedience is better than sacrifice. Frazier, did I charge you for that book?
No.
I said, what way do you want it? I got you the ebook format or you can.
Yep.
Who told me? Who gave me the book to write? God did. He just said, use your story, brother. You want to be in the Bible? Come on, we're gonna recreate the Bible, which you got to put your story out there.
Exactly.
So that this thing gonna last forever. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is you. This is you. Why would you not share with other people? People gonna go through, like, look, if you look at when the book was written, it said it could happen to you. But what was I talking about? People not having a purpose and knowing how to find it, loss of a job, loss of family members, death, getting your life in order financially, financial freedom, wealth, all that. Who could have benefited from that in 2020?
Right.
Yeah,
Everybody.
I wrote that book way before 2020 could happen. And it was called It Could Happen to You. It's loaded there in YouTube. You be like, you can't say. I'm like, look, people like, what? How did you know? God told me.
I listened. That's right.
I was just obedient, and that's boom. So you talking about the book, like, why'd you make it that way? God's saying, look, if people are having trouble reading the Bible, let your book be the segue to help lead them to, they can understand something from that book. I don't care. Right. And then so many people like, man, I already know all this stuff. I'm like, well, looking at your life,
did you apply it? That's right.
I mean, can you really say you might have read this stuff, but you ain't applying it?
Right.
Exactly.
Like, you want to play big bank, take little bank, and we can compare bank. If you saying you know this information, I mean, come on, like, put your bank account up, and then big bank take little bank. So you want to play that game? You know all this information. You better than me. And I'm not saying I'm better than nobody. I'm saying, look, I'm listening to the creator who made all these rules and made us in this damn world. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, and telling people that, I'm like, it's a choice. You can't say that the opportunity didn't come across.
Right.
No, no excuses.
Exactly. You're right. It's right, guys. I mean, think about it. When you're going to school in high school, out there in high school, me and Jordan Versus, they taught us how to manage a bank account, how to do certain things in finances. That curriculum is totally out of the system in high school right now. It is totally gone. Like, you have the kid now how to build a bank account, like, huh?
What is that?
What's a checkbook?
Yo, I got Cash App. I don't need that.
Exactly.
That's right.
Yeah, Cash App. Daddy, can you Cash App me something? Oh, Cash App. What the hell is Cash App? I'm now doing them like, what is Cash App? I have a bank account. No, checking account.
He said, what is Cash App? I have a bank account.
I use Cash App out of my bank account. I said, what? I said, if the Cash App disappears, if the app gets shut down, where your money at?
Gone.
Right. All of them? Where the Cash App building at? Like, where the building at? Where you taking this ATM, this money out the ATM at? Where is it? Because I need to know. Please inform me, because I don't know. Cash App sound pretty imaginary to me. It's a Cash App, but I don't see no cash on it. Like, where the dollar sign at? You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Right.
That are digital. Look, the app, the same way it came into existence, it can disappear tomorrow. So
exactly.
At least with a bank, you're gonna get FDIC insured for $250,000. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? If something go wrong with your money, you could yell at somebody.
You know?
Cash App be like, look, you need help. We don't have any service.
Email us.
Exactly. Email back to you in 48 hours. If you stuck trying to get some groceries and your cash account ain't working.
Nope. Then like 2 years later.
Yeah.
Same spot. 2 years later. Still waiting.
Definitely dig it.
It's true. I mean, this generation is truly relying on digital currency, I call it, because they rely totally on digital. Like, if it ain't digital, they don't want to talk about it. If it ain't, we're doing paper, what's that? What paper? Like, people like now, back in the day, face-to-face conversation was very common. Now, nobody wants to see you. They email you. They want to fire, email you. They want to do that till they email you. I mean, everything's email you now. Better yet, it's so bad, the kid want to write a letter to somebody, their cousin in Chicago. Mom, I'm gonna email her. Mom, like, just write a letter to the baby. What's that, Mama? Writing? What's writing? Is that legal? Can I type it up on a computer and send an email? No, Mama don't do it no more. I mean, think about it. Trees are happy. The moment they're happy with now trees.
That's real.
Trees are so happy because nobody cut them down no more. They're like, yes, nobody cut it down no more. We're here.
Well, Frage, I have to interject on that for two reasons. I think the technology works great because now you got a 9-year-old like my daughter that can communicate properly because she understands the microphone button on her phone and everything else. So she dictates conversations, you know. And when I'm reading it, I'm like, she's in 4th grade, man. She didn't say all this other stuff. It's the microphone that she's using. And it makes her sound a lot more intelligent than she actually is because she understands that. Because I'm like, you know, she barely has problems spelling. She don't spell and talk this proper. You know, so it's definitely all good. And that's the benefits of technology.
No, but we got to right perspectives, right? We talk about it.
Yeah.
Apply the perspective and know how to use it properly. But when you got to be aware when it's not to your benefit. You got to not to your benefit. And that is a game plan behind keeping you dumb. Smartphones, dumb people. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't let my phone be smarter than me. No.
That's right.
Abilities, I'm gonna explore them capabilities. I'm gonna learn about them capabilities and what you
exactly.
I'm always learning. People are like, I'm bored. How you bored? You in this world? You experience everything. How is it possible that you bored? Because I ain't got enough time in the day, and you got a little bit too much time. Can I give you? Because I don't have enough time. I need help.
Right.
Exactly.
Right. Absolutely.
Exactly.
We're running out of time. We're running out of time. So I just wanted to ask you, what are some tips that you have for people struggling? I mean, we brushed on a lot, brother, but you know, mental health, we have depression. We also have this anxiety that we're going through in this little phase of the American economy where people don't want to go back to work because the stimulus checks was just a little bit too good. What are some tips that you have in place right now to get over some of those humps?
Man, them checks was super good. like, this is more money than you don't ever made in your entire life. What the? I'm like, I can't blame you for not wanting to go to work because that was a sweet check. $760 a week. What? Come on, $900 a week. What? Come on, man. But tips when it comes down to it. So, look, everybody, y'all can go on Google, right, and type in, right, 5 super secretive tips for success. Like that, you'll find my article. Yahoo Finance, Forbes, Business Insider. The article is there. Or y'all can just go to themindcreates.com. THEMIND creates.com. Right? Find me on Instagram. Find me on Facebook. What I want y'all to understand is that I could lead you to, follow some tips or whatever, right? But it's nothing like talking to a person and talking about your real life situation.
Right.
Your real life situation. Mental health. This is 5 areas that I focus on helping people in. Spiritually, mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially. And in those 5 areas, I learned that if you are complete and you're whole in those 5 areas, man, you're gonna do really good in life. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna live a good life. And so I tell people like, yo, connect with me. It's just as simple as that, right? Because everybody's situation is different, and I customize a plan specific to that person. But they gotta want to be able to really take a hold of their life. So that's the first and foremost thing, right? The first tip I can give. You got to be willing to take accountability, to take control of what your life is, what you want your life to be. If you're not there, don't contact me.
Right.
Don't contact me. Read some books. You can read Purpose Driven Life by Rick Warren. You can, read. I want to suggest the Bible, but it might be too over the top for some people. But just connect with people who are doing what you want to do. You know what I'm saying? Like, and ask them, how did they get there? Do they do some type of mentorship programs or something? How can they help you? Can they refer you to somebody? I refer people. Like, look, y'all talking about the fitness industry. Like, I'm an athlete by basketball, but when it's martial arts and weight training and all that, look, and healing yourself, I will definitely refer people to y'all. Look, God can serve through many different branches, and I'm gonna let Him serve through y'all, so y'all can walk in y'all calling, and I'm gonna stay in my lane. I just need to know the problem that we're supposed to solve, and then I'm gonna direct you to the right person. You know what I'm saying? So look, they need the money to pay y'all the $300, $400 an hour, whatever. Cool, they can come to me, but we gotta respect each other's time.
Exactly.
Time is valuable. I'm 30. My mother died at 45 years old. My mother died at 45 years old. Beautiful looking woman, and just cancer ate her up because of her mental state. Right? Once she found out she had cancer, it was game over. Like,
right.
She went from looking like me to like 10 months gone, like skin and bone, done. And it was just it ate her mental up so bad, like in a sense where all she could focus on was cancer. Once she died, like from cancer, that's all she thought about. She didn't think about nothing else but cancer. And I was just like, are you kidding me? Like, to see my mother, but then I was like, Mom, like, yo, like, is there anything else you want to do in life? Come on, we gotta do something, you know what I'm saying? We gotta do something. Nope. I done lived the life that I want to live. And I said, whoa, you gonna die then. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
I had to come to terms with she gonna die. Wanna know why? Because if God can't use you, He can't get no miracle. Look, Frazier, you said strokes and everything, right, brother? Hit by car and all that. Look, so with said, you said that, but look, I got something else to live for. My mom done. Well, if you done, then God gonna take you up out of here. He not gonna no more. You volunteered yourself.
Right.
Yeah.
And for everybody who don't feel like they got a purpose in life and like they ain't got nothing else to give to this world, I'm sorry, but real talk, you about to be out. Like, if you playing life, like people walking out with in these COVID times and without masks and just being dumb, I'm like, you playing reckless with your life. You asking for trouble. Don't get when you get burnt. You know what I'm saying? Don't get mad when you get burnt. Accept it and be like, look, I played a part in that. That wasn't, oh, God's punishing me. No, that's called life lessons and natural laws, spiritual laws. They at play, and you gonna be. There's consequences for your actions. Consequences could be good and they could be bad. They just consequences. So that's my thing, yo. Like, just talk to somebody that's in the realm that you trying to go into, and then like you gotta even know in your mind where you trying to go. Have a plan, have a vision, right? Talk to somebody, get that squared away, and then walk in your purpose.
Absolutely.
Definitely. So tell everybody where they can find you at on all social media platforms and all that good stuff.
All right, so Facebook is Will Owens, just straight Will Owens. Instagram, Will_Owens. Those are my main platforms that I'm on. You can find me on LinkedIn too, Will Owens. So it's Will Owens. And for, like I said, going to the website, like it's themindcreates.com. TheMindCreates.com. That's it. The Mind Creates. It's simple. You know what I'm saying? What does you want your mind to create? The Mind Creates. You can have it create good stuff, or you can have it create bad stuff. It's up to you.
Exactly.
You get to choose.
Absolutely.
Exactly.
Well, listen, man, we appreciate you being on the show. The hour went so fast.
Oh, right.
We definitely want to have you back because there's some other things I want to talk to you about too.
Well, definitely.
But listen, brother, we appreciate you taking the time today, sitting and talking with us on Real Talk.
Hey, I appreciate beautiful brothers so much, man. Thank you. I told y'all the energy was gonna turn up, and we got it there. You know.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah. And my favorite speech always is, "Welcome to the family, brother."
Absolutely.
Hey, now.
Absolutely.
Be a part of it. Thank you so much for the opportunity, fellas. This is what I do. This is what I do. This is who I am. I know who I am. I'm walking in my calling.
Absolutely. Well, listen, brother, enjoy the rest of your day, man. We definitely appreciate you and salute
love,
you.
brother.
All right, man.
All right, y'all.
All right, my brother.
You too.
Told you, Joe, you got a banger, man. I told you got a banger, man.
Kindred spirits, man. That brother was saying stuff, man. And I was just getting chills. I was like,
I know, right?
Is it real? I mean, wow. You know what I mean? It's crazy. But man, look, there are people out there like that. And the funny thing about it is he's so willing to give it. You see what I mean? A lot of times people are just like, oh no, you got to buy this $1,500 course or this $15,000 course first before you get all this stuff. Yep. And this brother is just giving it away for free. Why? Because he's moving you towards your purpose, whether you believe it or not. And that's just the ultimate calling, man. So I definitely appreciate Will for coming on the show.
That's priceless. That's priceless. Like you say, he want to talk to 200 some people. I want to get them to 500,000. Bump that, they go 500,000, man. It pushes almost 5,000 plus.
Right.
Because this is knowledge you need to have. I mean, especially if we can maybe change the mindset of this new generation. Man, George, you know where we'd be at, George?
Well, you know, look, it takes Will, it takes us, it takes you, it takes us doing it just one person at a time. Because one person, what's the word said? One person can touch 1,000, but two people can touch 10,000.
Oh yeah,
and it's just the same process. Just the same process.
Well, Knight Rider old phrase. What is it? One man can't make a difference.
You
one man can make a difference.
You quoted Knight Rider. That's it. Show's over. Yo, this is George.
Hey, this is Frank.
That was Real Talk with George and Fraser. Peace.
Peace.
Knight Rider.